Cash before plastic. Imagine a world without plastic credit cards. People used cash for every single transaction. Checks were risky, cumbersome, and extremely slow. A small mistake could cost thousands instantly. Banks were cautious. Trust was a rare commodity. Frauds were common. Scams happened everywhere. Life was inconvenient, slow, and often frustrating. The first charge card. In 1950s, a bold experiment emerged. Frank McNamara created the first charge card. Dinner clubs and exclusive merchants were first targets. People felt excitement carrying a card, yet fear. Could this small card replace cash entirely? The idea spread slowly across American cities. Merchants hesitated, fearing complex accounting challenges. Customers loved convenience. Queues disappeared instantly. Early risks and innovations, fraud was limited, but imagination of crooks grew. Cards were thick, cumbersome, but undeniably revolutionary. Banks quickly introduced verification and signature checks. Plastic money was no longer novelty, but future. Memberships became status, showing wealth and power. People started overspending, creating invisible financial chains. Banks learned controlling debt was crucial as issuing. Embossed cards and exclusivity. Early cards had no numbers, only embossed names. Each card served as personal financial badge. Limited availability fueled desire and social status. Fraudsters tested limits, finding small loopholes. Banks responded with policies, monitoring, and precautions. Pattern interrupt. Imagine being turned down publicly. The stage was set for mass adoption, birth of card networks. By 1960s, banks formed first card networks. Bank Americard emerged, eventually becoming Visa. MasterCharge later evolved into global MasterCard brand. Competition accelerated innovation, adoption, and new fees. Advertising promised freedom, convenience, and prestige. Hidden risks lurked behind glossy campaigns. Consumers slowly learned the seductive nature of credit. Magnetic stripes and early technology. Embossed cards evolved, now featuring magnetic stripes. Transaction speed and verification improved dramatically. Fraudsters adapted, finding new ways to exploit systems. Banks countered with better encryption, monitoring techniques. Electronic data processing slowly replaced manual records. Pattern interrupt. Computers were scary yet fascinating then. By late 1960s, debit-like systems were being tested. Plastic revolution begins. Direct withdrawals started replacing cash in select areas. Excitement mixed with fear drove rapid adoption. By 1970, millions of Americans carried cards. Plastic replacing money felt almost magical. Hidden dangers tested early pioneers continuously. Banks learned balancing convenience with security was essential. The foundation for global credit networks was forming. Crossing borders by 1970s, plastic money reached Europe rapidly. Banks in UK, Germany, and France experimented. Consumers marveled at convenience, but feared misuse. Currency differences created unique challenges for transactions. Pattern interrupt. Imagine swiping dollars in Germany. Fraudsters adapted to international loopholes creatively. Banks strengthened policies, monitoring cross-border activity, standardization and networks. International card networks became essential for adoption. Visa and MasterCard standardized numbers and security. Competition drove faster innovations, better processing, lower fees. Banks introduced global agreements to facilitate usage. Consumers began trusting plastic over bulky cash. Credit systems expanded rapidly across continents. Plastic cards became symbols of freedom worldwide. Magnetic stripes and automation. Magnetic stripes revolutionized data reading speed instantly. Swipe machines replaced tedious manual entries. Fraudsters invented skimming and counterfeiting techniques cleverly. Banks fought back with encryption and alerts. Automation enabled faster approvals and reduced human error. Pattern interrupt. Imagine machine rejecting your card instantly. Consumers felt power and vulnerability simultaneously. Debit cards enter the scene. 1970s and 1980s saw debit experiments flourish. Direct bank withdrawals became more secure and convenient. Consumers enjoyed instant access to their own money. Banks promoted safety, convenience, and accountability effectively. Plastic evolved from credit to hybrid functionalities quickly. Pattern interrupt. Think paying for coffee directly from account. Risk awareness grew alongside financial independence. ATMs and 24/7 access. Automated teller machines transformed banking forever globally. No more waiting for bank hours to access money. Fraud shifted to card cloning and PIN theft. Banks countered with dual authentication systems effectively. Consumers embraced round-the-clock access with cautious excitement. Pattern interrupt. Imagine stealing cash without leaving home. Technology and human vigilance became inseparable companions. Digital integration and online payments. 1990s introduced online shopping, credit card revolutionized again. Banks developed secure gateways for e-commerce transactions. Fraudsters targeted websites and payment processing vulnerabilities. SSL and encryption became standard for online security. Pattern interrupt. Ever lost sleep fearing online theft. Consumers enjoyed unprecedented convenience yet stayed wary. Plastic was no longer just physical, but digital too, preparing for the future. By early 2000s, chip technology emerged globally. EMV chips replaced magnetic stripes gradually. Fraud detection became intelligent. AI assisted faster than humans. Consumers demanded convenience, speed, and maximum security. Banks balanced trust, innovation, and subtle risk management. Plastic money had evolved into a sophisticated ecosystem. Pattern interrupt. Ever wonder who invented the first chip thief? The journey of cards was far from over. Contactless payments revolution. Early 2000s introduced contactless cards worldwide rapidly. Wave or tap replaced swiping entirely. Consumers loved speed, convenience, and effortless transactions. Pattern interrupt. Imagine buying coffee with just wave. Fraudsters adapted, using proximity hacks creatively. Banks strengthened authentication using invisible security layers. Plastic was becoming faster, smarter, almost magical. Mobile wallet integration. Smartphones turned into wallets, storing multiple cards. Apple Pay, Google Wallet, and Samsung Pay emerged. Pattern interrupt. Ever paid without carrying physical card? Banks merged digital and physical security seamlessly. Consumers enjoyed convenience, rewards, and tracking effortlessly. Fraud detection used AI to monitor suspicious activity. Plastic evolved beyond pocket, now lives in apps. Artificial intelligence and security. AI monitors transactions in real time continuously. Pattern interrupt. Imagine an AI flagging your own purchase. Banks detect unusual behavior instantly and accurately. Fraudsters struggle against machine intelligence and speed. Behavioral analytics predict potential threats before occurrence. Consumers feel protected yet slightly watched constantly. Plastic money became safer, smarter, and adaptive. Global digital finance networks. Card networks now operate on massive global scale. Millions of transactions occur every single second. Cross-border payments are nearly instantaneous today. Pattern interrupt. Imagine transferring thousands in milliseconds. Blockchain experiments promise further security and transparency. Consumers trust, yet fear invisible digital threats. Plastic money's evolution is far from stopping. The rise of rewards and gamification. Credit cards incentivize spending with points and cashback. Gamification encourages usage, subtly increasing consumer debt. Pattern interrupt. Ever bought something just for points? Banks carefully balance reward temptation and financial responsibility. Plastic money became not only convenient but addictive. Consumers learned benefits, risks, and smart usage rules, future trends and predictions. Biometric authentication like fingerprints and facial scans. Pattern interrupt. Imagine paying with just your eyes. Cards may vanish physically. Fully digital wallets dominate. AI-driven fraud prevention will anticipate threats before occurrence. Augmented reality and IoT may integrate with payments. Consumers will demand speed, security, and effortless convenience. Banks will innovate constantly to stay ahead globally. Closing thoughts. From bulky embossed cards to AI-powered wallets. Plastic money evolved over 70 remarkable years. Fear and excitement drove adoption, risk, and innovation. Consumers and banks adapted, shaping modern financial landscape. Every swipe, tap, and wave tells untold story. Pattern interrupt. Think about your next payment carefully. Embrace convenience, but respect hidden financial risks. Subscribe now to explore more financial secrets.